When it comes to cooking meals, drying clothes, heating water, and my home, nothing beats natural gas from CenterPoint Energy. It's my most affordable energy option. It costs less to use than electricity, propane, and heating oil. So if you already have natural gas, keep it. If you're replacing an appliance, choose it. Natural gas, your best choice. Safe and affordable, rest assured.
For more on the benefits of a natural gas home, visit centerpointenergy.com/natural gas benefits. CenterPoint Energy, always there.
Steve, go ahead.
Aaron, they didn't even punt in the first half, and in the second half, they couldn't do anything against you guys. What changed?
Just our effort, knowing that we can get off the field. They had a few big plays in the first half, and we just wanted to limit those in the second. So we just went in at halftime. Coach Arnett got us together, and all of the guys got together, and we just made a bigger effort in the second half.
And following up on that, what was Arnett's message to you guys?
Just he's gonna call the right plays, and we got to make the right plays after he gives us the good call. So in the first half, he can always blame stuff on himself, but we could have did our job and made better plays for him and the calls that he made. And going into the second half, he just dialed up, and we just dialed up with him.
Andy, go ahead.
Hey Aaron, what was the approach going against Tank Bigsby, and how did you guys kind of slow him down in the second half there?
We approach every running back the same. Obviously we play pretty good backs each week, but up to this point, I'd probably say this is the best group of backs that we played in total. And just got to be more physical. These guys are much bigger and faster. Just being physical and faster, approaching during practice, and just show that up on game day.
Steve, go ahead.
Aaron, it was a very, very physical ball game, but it seemed like in the second half, you guys had more intensity on both sides of the football. I mean, take us through that. I mean, just coming in here, having to play a physical team like that and kind of beating them at their own game.
Yeah, Coach Leach at halftime gathered us together. We've come back from deficits before, and we never had a doubt that we wasn't going to win the game. And at halftime, Coach Leach just got our minds right and just let us know that we can win, and we know we can win. So we just went with it.
Andy, go ahead.
What's it like when you guys are on the sideline as a defense to watch what Will Rogers did today?
He's been playing really, really well. Just knowing that he's behind us and we're behind him 100% gives us a lot of confidence going into each game, knowing that we can win.
And to follow up, we saw a video of Mike Leach dancing in the locker room. How do you rate his dance moves?
I didn't see that video, but I'm probably gonna look for it my doggone self now. But I'm sure it's pretty funny to see.
Got time for one more for Aaron? Andy, go ahead.
You guys got the 6 wins. As a team, what does it kind of mean, second season of Leach, to get to bowl eligibility again?
I can't remember the last time Mississippi State hadn't been bowl eligible, so I think that's always our expectations each year, and hopefully we can get more wins to build on a bigger bowl.
Hey Kelly, my hand raise isn't working. Mind if I jump in for one quick one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thanks. Aaron, where does this kind of rank in terms of the wins that you've kind of been a part of in your football career?
Dating back to, I think that was 2019, we came here and they beat us pretty bad, and that left a bitter taste in my mouth. So I've always wanted to come back and get a dub here at this field, and that's a pretty good feeling to come back and win like that.
Thanks, Aaron.
Thank y'all.
Kind of take us through all the emotions that came with y'all, pulling off this 28-3 comeback, and where does this win rank in terms of your own personal wins in your career?
I'll definitely say one of the best wins that we ever had. Well, in my opinion, for me myself, I mean, when you're down 28-3, I mean, a lot of teams quit or give up, but we had Will coming up to us, hey, pick it up, hey, telling the defense, get the ball, man, hey, like play harder and stuff like that. So it meant a lot, you know what I'm saying? And it gave me like an extra little boost because, I'm banged up. I'm just out there trying to fight for my guys and do whatever it takes to get the W.
Steve, go ahead.
DJ, it seemed like you had a lot of success with the cutback, and why were you able to be so successful with that? Even there were a couple checkdowns too, where they check it down to you, and there's like nobody out there. That's kind of a new concept that we've seen. So why were you able to gash them today?
Really, they were over pursuing on the Auburn's defense were over pursuing, too aggressive. So I was just trying to cut back. Wasn't nobody there, so it gave me a lot of open runs. And on like me catching the ball, otherwise I was really hiding behind the old linemen, and I know how their linebackers are. They're aggressive, so they took their eyes off of me, And I'm a big guy. I don't know how they can really lose me, but I was just ducking under the old line, and then when I got out free, I was just running.
We'll go with Andy, then Theo.
Hey Dylan, can you kind of take us into that locker room at halftime? Maybe what Will Rogers was preaching to you guys to kind of ignite a comeback.
Man, he was just, keep our heads up. Coach Leach was always telling us, if we get behind, keep going. Like, what I'm saying, it's nothing that we can't do. What I'm saying, it's nothing that we can't overcome. What I'm saying, we watched the movie yesterday. It was a great movie. Like, these Marines, it was 4 of them against about 200-300 other guys, and I'm talking about they were just built different. I mean, they were just, I don't know, bro. It was just an amazing movie, and it really put us in perspective of this game. We got behind, and everybody kept their heads up, and we just came out with the W.
Was that movie on the bus ride?
No, it was a team movie. Went to the movie theater. Just a bonding time.
Final question for Theo.
Dylan, you came in with Will last year. What made him the kind of quarterback who can lead this kind of comeback on the road in an SEC environment like this?
Like, I don't think people really understand Will. Like, Will's a dog. Like, and we believe in him. And everything runs through him. The passing, the runs, everything. We go as far as Will take us. You know what I'm saying? So, just to have a guy out there, just a leader, a guy that really believes in me and the rest of the guys out there, it gives all of us confidence and believe that we can do whatever comes to us. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate Will.
Thanks, Dylan.
Hey, no problem.
Everyone.
Great comeback for you guys. What did it mean to win this one on the road?
It meant a lot. I'm very thankful that we got the win today, and yeah, just to come on a road in a very loud and energetic stadium with energetic fans and against a pretty good team, it just meant a lot to come out here and get the win.
Steve, go ahead.
Makai, you guys are down 28-3. You get a touchdown, you get a stop, and a touchdown. The next thing you know, you're the guy catching the touchdown and gives Mississippi State the lead. What did it feel like at that moment to know that you guys had come all the way back after being down 25?
It just, I don't really know how to really say it. It's just kind of like, when I scored and we got the lead, it was very uplifting, and I felt like that took a lot of weight off of our shoulders once we got the lead. And but not to say that we were gonna let up. We didn't let up at all, and it was just a confidence builder once we started scoring. Not even just from my touchdown. When we scored a touchdown before halftime to get 10 points, I felt like that helped a lot.
Did you feel like once you guys had the lead, you could pull this thing off?
Yeah. I felt like, once we came out of halftime and we scored on that drive and made it 28-17, I felt like then we knew that we were going to win because, we're getting stops on defense and they weren't really pushing the ball downfield. So I felt like that's when we felt like we were going to win.
John, go ahead.
Makai, when you guys were down 28-3 and you scored, you kind of shushed the crowd, and then you scored the touchdown to give you guys the lead, and you did the same thing, and the reaction from the crowd was much different that time around.
Mm-hmm.
Did things kind of feel full circle for you at that moment, and when did it kind of feel real that you guys were able to really do this thing?
Yeah, like you said, things did come full circle. The first time when I scored, I tried to shush the crowd, and they weren't, and they was like, "Oh, you guys were down 28-10." So, I was like, I'm gonna do it again when I score another time, and we happened to be up. So, they were in the crowd. I'm looking at the crowd doing like this, and getting hateful words. But it's whatever. I feel like that kind of was like one of the daggers in the game, and it felt really good. Not only for me, just to see the faces on my teammates as well.
Thanks, Makai.
Thank you.
Well, earlier in the season, that game against Louisiana Tech, Coach had kind of said that 20-point deficit built because some of the guys on the team quit. What is it about the team now that, when you guys are facing a deficit like that, you don't shy away from it?
Yeah, I mean, we're just a resilient unit, kind of. I mean, we're never going to quit. We're never going to give up. You know, that's top down to the bottom of the roster. You know, I mean, nobody's going to quit. Nobody's going to ever give up. And, you know, we talk about things like that, you know, in all-season training and, you know, in the locker room and stuff like that. You know, like, I mean, we're not going to win every game. You know, nobody's perfect, but, you know, we're never going to quit. We're never going to give up.
Andy, go ahead.
Hey, Will, at one point in the second half, I think he was doing 17 straight completions. How kind of locked in did you feel in that second half, especially?
I mean, I felt like we were just doing a good job, you know. I mean, O-line's doing a great job blocking. You know, receivers are, you know, they play a lot of man coverage today, so receivers are, you know, doing a great job getting off routes. And, you know, I mean, it's kind of crazy to think that I completed that many in a row because, you know, some of those were contested, you know. So, I mean, I got to give a lot of credit to my receivers, you know, Malik Heath, Makai, Austin Williams, Jameer, Wally. I mean, everybody, you know, all of our receivers that played. I thought they played really well today, and, you know, they did a great job versus man coverage.
We'll go with Steve and then Theo.
Well, how much contact do you have with the defense? I know, like, you guys get a touchdown there, make it 28-10. Are you over there talking to defense, saying, hey, man, get me a stop. We can kind of get back in this thing. How do those conversations go between you and the leaders on defense?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I told you know, the biggest drive of the game for us was the drive before halftime, you know, where we scored and made it 28-10, I think, or something like that. And then, you know, I came in the locker room and I was like, all right, like, listen, we get the ball first, we're going to score and get a stop. That's the plan. You know, that's what we did. You know, so, I mean, after we score and, you know, when I want the ball back, you know, I'm immediately finding Forbes or Brule or, you know, Martin, and I'm like, hey, just give me this ball back. You know, Cam Young, I mean, all the guys, you know. You know, all of those guys do a great job leading, and they do a great job leading the defense.
Theo, Andy, and then we'll wrap it up with Stephon.
Well, I was going to ask you about that drive, but Dillon Johnson had a big game for you guys. What did it mean for him to be able to contribute like that with some big runs?
Incredible game by DJ. I thought he did a really great job. You know, he was fighting through being banged up a little bit, so, you know, he did a great job for us today. You know, the way he runs the ball, he runs hard. You know, he's not going to get tackled by the first guy. You know, I thought he made some really good plays out of the backfield as well. So, you know, to have guys like Dillon and Woody in the backfield with me, it makes my job a lot easier.
Hey, well, you threw a program record 6 touchdowns today. What does it kind of mean just when you kind of keep rewriting this record book each week? What does it kind of mean to you when you have another game, another record?
It's just a blessing, man. I can't put it into words. You know, I'm living the dream. Just being able to be the quarterback for this university. So yeah, not to get emotional or anything like that, man. But you know, it's just a blessing, and you know, I'm thankful for it every single day.
You mentioned Malik there a little bit. Coach Leach has said that he had a really good week in practice. What did you see from Malik this week, and why did that kind of resonate in the game?
I thought Malik was just himself this week. You know, I thought Malik, you know, came ready to practice, came ready to work this week. You know, it showed in the game. You know, he did a really great job. You know, like I said, I mean, he made one catch that was a back shoulder ball on their sideline that was just incredible. You know, fighting through, hand fighting with the DB. You know, Malik's a big, strong guy that can really get open, and you know, when he wants to be good, he can be a really great receiver for us.
Thanks, Will.
Yeah, thank you guys. Y'all have a good one.